Greetings, Goddess, Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your Goddess Guru, and I want to share with you some affirmations for the womanly soul for this first week of August. Because y'all know I love helping the sisters align with their life purpose, walk more in balance, and especially to walk confidently and courageously in your truth, in the power of who and what you are, using ancient wisdom, using the goddess lifestyle. And so part of the goddess lifestyle is making sure that we keep our energy on point, that we know what we have in store for us during the week. We just take that time to gather ourselves and to make a decision about how am I going to move forward into the week. It's something that I do on a regular basis. I personally say it's important for us to do this on a daily basis, but it is always good to have an overarching theme for the week, for the month, for the year. Okay. But I do like chunking things down. So let's talk about for this first week. Let's just sort of think about this week. One of the things I shared with my inner circle members in the first reading for this week is that it's a very energetic week. It actually may not feel like a week that is fun. It may not feel like a week that is gentle. It may feel, to a certain degree, frustration could ensue, and you may find that you have to really just be on your P's and Q's and be adaptable. Changes may happen all of a sudden. It's a very Uranian week, and so when we have Uranus activated, oh my gosh, that just means that it's sort of like expect the unexpected. Oh, and especially if you are Taurus, Leo. I'm just going to also say if you have planets in Aquarius as well as Scorpio, the fixed signs, like we may not be happy this week because a lot of the energy that Uranus is shooting out is from one fixed sign to the next fixed sign. And so those are the four fixed signs: Leo and Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpio. So, yeah. And the other thing too is it is a time of releasing and letting go. So it may just be, time for us to go on ahead and get activated to make these changes that we're being called to make, because we are leading ourselves up to that new moon in Leo. And so I will be coming back on later in the week to share more about that new moon in Leo, which I perceive to be a really good moon. I honor this time as the astrological spiritual new year. And it really behooves us all to stop, take some stock, look at what is it that you said you wanted to achieve this year. Are you headed in that direction? Do you need to use this time to charge yourself up more to make sure that it happens? Do you need to do some course correction? What is it that is needed? But also to access that spiritual understanding, that spiritual truth that we all seek. Leo season is a very spiritual season. It is a season that we can use to open ourselves up to our gifts and our talents and to what makes us shine. I recently re-recorded the Leo masterclass, and I've also been talking to my inner circle about this. One of the things that I know for myself, and I see with a lot of women in particular, is they don't want to shine. There are some personalities that don't mind being out in front and center stage, but there's a large part of us that we really are afraid to stand out in the crowd. a lot of times I see it because it's people who are sharing online. And so the message is, hey, if you don't put your face out there, if you don't make some videos, it may take you longer to get to where you're trying to go. So make some videos, do some lives, get out, talk to people, and folks go straight panic stricken. And even me, who has been on YouTube since 2011, I had to confront. I am a little bit, I'm not this way now because I have gone on ahead and made the decision. It's safe to come up on videos and to go live. It's safe, it's safe, it's safe. You know why it's safe? Because you all are wonderful. Okay. Y'all are amazing. I have no reason not to do this. But I did have to confront over this last year. Actually, I'm a little bit nervous to really show up. And it stemmed from something that happened when I was a girl. It was like, man, it's not safe to be of excellence and to shine. And so Leo season is that time where it's like, hey, wherever you want to go, you might have to go on ahead and just say, you know what, I'm going to have to stand out. I'm going to have to, my gifts, my talents, I'm going to have to get out and share them with the world. Now, we may not all show up Leo-esque, like big and bold and, charismatic, but we can do it in our own way. That's what Leo season is, a time, to utilize, to really bring in, how do I need to better, bring my gifts and my talents into the world and just be center stage if I need to be. Another thing to think about is, where am I lacking in my confidence? How can I be more confident? And so I decided all of the affirmations that I would do for Leo season would be ones that are related to Leo. And it just so happens half of this deck is very Leo-esque. So this first one is so Leo. I am vibrant. I have it on here. I don't even know why I'm tripping. I put it in here so you could see it. Here we go. I am vibrant. My bright energy glows onto everyone I encounter. So this is one that I would encourage you to take time to take stock. For me, vibrant is also about energy and making sure that I keep my energy clear, supported. We want to engage our self-care rituals and routines. So yeah, being vibrant. And again, we're like the sun. How are we going to shine? And do we see ourselves as shining like the sun on the people that we encounter day in and day out? Or do we think, oh, these people probably don't think good things about me. They probably think I'm wretched. Or maybe we just say that, oh, I feel like that was just like not smart, didn't look good doing that. All these conversations that we have with ourselves about ourselves, right? I am vibrant. How can you show up and be vibrant in your life? What raises your level of vibrancy? And so, is it something regarding self-care? Is it that you need to perhaps go and have fun? Because that's what Leo season is about too. This is one of the times that I'm like, oh, I wish I was live so I could hear what other people are saying. But embodying this level of vibrancy, where you lack vibrancy, where you feel dull, what can you do to, wipe off some of the dullness of life and open yourself up to your inner vibrancy? Something that just went through my mind is one of the things that I share quite a bit in the inner circle is understanding that we're luminous beings. We are of light. Like, vibrancy is a natural state within us. And when we aren't connected to our inner luminosity, it's really essentially like, you see, I have on a jacket. It's just, there's something covering it. And what we want to do is to figure out, what do I need to do to uncover my inner luminosity? And I still maintain the majority of what we all need to do is to unapologetically use our gifts, our talents, and to embrace ourselves as wondrous and glorious. Now, yeah, some of this will take unpacking, some of the lies that have been put on us, some of the stories, some of the labels. We have to unpack them, y'all. Oftentimes, we have to be willing to let go of something. So here we are in the waning moon phase, which is about releasing and letting go. And so, even if we're thinking about the jacket analogy, even if all you did was just take your arm out of one part of what is covering up your luminosity, your inner luminosity, take off one thing that's covering up your access to your confidence, your belief in yourself, your, accepting that you are beautiful, glorious, wondrous, taking off just one little part that's covering up, you're hiding your gifts and your talents. That's what most people are doing. They're hiding it. Then what will end up happening is you'll just find that you feel a little bit more vibrant. You feel a little bit more charged and energized. Just think about when you do the things that you love, when you do the things that you're just so naturally good at, that you enjoy. Nothing in the world changes. It's just you engage this part of yourself and it feels good. And people are like, oh, you just got a glow about you. Um, I'll even say some of us probably need to maybe raise up the romance in our lives. Even if you just watch a romantic movie, you know, connect with this energy of romance and whatever that means for you, because everyone is different romantically. Okay. But Leo does have to do with romance. And, when people feel that love, that sexuality, and you just are connected with that energy of attraction, it helps to raise that inner vibrancy that we all have. Okay. Now, I love this one. Let me go ahead actually and go to the next one. I am powerful. I am powerful. This one says, my thoughts, feelings, and actions create my future. So, I'm getting more and more clarity about what is it that I really do. And my goal is definitely women's empowerment and just doing my part to help the sisters um, tap into that inner power and operate from it. So I am powerful is one that I think is important for all of us to understand. And part of stepping into our power is actually utilizing it. So it's just making a decision. Okay, I don't know exactly how this is going to turn out. I'm just going to go on ahead and move forward because this is, I've got to do something. It's not so much about control. It's about operating from a place within you that is, it's about your energy, your inner energy, your inner wisdom. And so that's one way of understanding it. You just use it and you begin to realize, oh, dang, I decided I wanted fill in the blank in my life and it happened, right? We all have experienced that. There's not one person that's just had zero power to make something happen in their lives, even if it's something that you would perceive as small. We all know that feeling of, I made a decision. This is what I was going to do. And for this particular outcome. And that's exactly what happens. Like, whoa, right? But the other part of understanding your power is we do have to stay on our spiritual path. I was going to say our spiritual grind. We have to stay on our spiritual grind, sisters. Okay. Day in and day out, we want to be doing this work of self-realization, because when you know who you are, which is not this is part of it, but it's not the totality of it. When you know the truth of what you are and you operate from that place, you can't help but be powerful. You can't help but operate from your power. And part of the human experience is forgetting that we do have the power of the universe within us. One of the things that I learned in my studies long ago is, there is the omnipresence, there is the omniscience, and then there's the omnipotence of the great divine, whatever you want to call it. And when we see the great divine, this energy, this consciousness, it is the same as if we think about the ocean. If we take a cup and scoop the water out of the ocean, yes, it's now in the shape of the cup, but that water from the ocean, it still has all of the traits, the qualities, the characteristics of the ocean. Maybe not in magnitude, but they're all still there. However we define that ocean, that water from the ocean that's in the cup it still has the same qualities. And so that is us. We are the cup that has scooped up the consciousness of the universe and put it inside of a body. And so we have the omnipresence, the great divine consciousness. It always is aware of what we're thinking and feeling and wanting. And so part of how this energy creates the reality that we experience is it is present. It knows, it's picking up everything. Because then once it picks up, what's she thinking? What is she thinking about? What is she feeling? What does she want? What pictures is she seeing in her mind? What's in her subconscious that is the predominant energy? Because we are setting up programs in our subconscious that become the predominant programs. And so because of the omnipresence of the universe, now the next thing that kicks in is the omniscience, which we have access to. And so this omniscience is like, okay, we got to get this plan rolling. We got to make this thing happen. And so the omniscience is looking for a way to reorganize and rearrange our lives for how we're thinking, feeling, seeing, being. And so the omnipotence of the universe is what is the energy that drives it forward and creates our reality. And so we have all of this within us because this is the energy of the great divine consciousness. We are that energy in a body. And so this is what I Am Powerful is about, is understanding this relationship that we have with this energy, which is what we are. And so, yes, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions create your future. If we would but only believe it and walk in this, knowing this in truth. Okay. So I encourage you to operate from your power, to consciously create what you want. One of the most powerful things that I am doing here lately, and it's like we always hear about this, but I just committed to it once I worked with a manifestation teacher, is using a vision board. I created one on Canva and I keep it on my computer screen. And I also have a board that I write things down on. I've done this since probably like 2005 or so. Every year, January 1 to March, what is that, like 20th, 21st, something like that. I tweak what it is that I'm working on so that I'm ready to take off at the spring equinox with it. But I do start at January 1 and I write down everything that I want. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I actually start working on my goals for the next calendar year in Sag season, because that's what Sag is about. It's about looking to the future, setting goals, having that vision. So I start creating them then, but I write it down. I write it down to make ish happen, sisters. January 1 to March is I'm tweaking them. And so I just can see those, and then I can see my vision board. I have it on my phone. I have it on my my desktop, and I just let these pictures I just create these pictures. I told my subconscious, this is what I want. Every time I see these pictures, it's reminding my subconscious of what I want. Every time I look at my board, which is mostly words, I just put it in my subconscious. I knew about all this a long time ago, and I would hit and miss it. But here lately, this is what I've been working on, tapping into my inner power and knowing I have the power to create what I want in my life. I may not be able to create what you have in your life. I can't change other people's lives, but I can create what I desire in my life. And I am finding, I was making the video for my inner circle for the month, and I was telling them, it dawned on me the other day. I just said, I'm just going to look at this vision board and see what have I manifested. I was actually in shock. It's August at how much of it has already manifested. One of the things that's on it is two belly dancers. And I you don't know that I've been struggling with, like, what am I going to do in terms of dance? And I just decided I can't keep doing African dance, at least not as a performer, because it's not good for my body. And I love belly dance because it stretches the body quite a bit. And I was like, wow, here lately, I doubled down on taking what's belly dance fitness. I'm not actually taking real belly dance classes. I've just doubled down on belly dance fitness. I was like, do 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 do. And another one I had on there was I created this one section of it where I am a coach. I've started a one-to-one coaching program, and I didn't even remember that I had it on there until I just said, I'm just going to stop and look and see what's going on. Like, where am I? Because I told y'all this is a good time to do that. Where am I in that? And I see the little lady, she has thumbs up. I was like, oh my gosh, it has finally happened, because I just recently started doing one-to-one coaching. And so I was amazed. And guess what? I am powerful. My thoughts, my feelings, my actions create my future. I would love to hear from you. How do you see that you're powerful in your life? Where do you feel disempowered? And that is where you want to begin to create change and shifts in your life, so that you start creating life from an empowered place, from an intentional place, from a conscious place. And so, I do believe it's important for us to get that support too. I have had a lot of support in cheering me on with all of that. So make sure you are surrounded by people that are going to cheer you on, because the ego, it is susceptible until we overrule it and operate with intention from a powerful place. It can default easily back to, well, it's not safe to stand out. It's not safe to go for what you want. It's hard. Some of us are very comfortable with where we are, even though we're not happy, but we are comfortable. And so, because the unknown seems more uncomfortable, but we can begin to tell ourselves, you know what? It's comfortable to be powerful. It's comfortable to have what we want in life. And, it sounds crazy, but a lot of us are in that position where we feel like, I'm afraid to shine. I'm afraid to succeed. I'm not quite sure what that means. How is that going to change me? Will I lose, something meaningful in my life? And I just say, we're powerful. We can have what is meaningful, and we can have success also. We can have, something, relationships that we desire, because I think a lot of it is you're afraid of losing relationships. And you can walk in your power. So that's what I have for everyone this week. I am powerful and I am vibrant. Yes, you are, dear goddess. And so thank you all so much. I look forward to coming back and talking to you all later in the week about this upcoming new moon in Leo. Please, please, if you would, Do some releasing work this week. What is one thing you know you need to let it go, sister? What you need to let go of? Go ahead, let go of it, because what that is doing is freeing your energy to call into you what it is that you desire more of in your beautiful, wonderful, glorious life. This is Tirra Omilade, your goddess guru. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to hearing from you all, connecting with you all, and communing with you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for being a part of the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. And yeah, I'll see you somewhere here in the next video. All right, peace and love.